Hey guys, so thought I'd bring you guys along for me to tame up some heifers here. Sorry about the sun, it's the evening. Essentially what I do is I just sit on a bucket here with them, give them some range cake here. That's all it is. Kind of have the camera right by my shoulder, so you can see how they like to wander up here. Might get you a better perspective here. Got quite a large group of them. But yeah, I just sit still. Sometimes I won't even feed them, just kind of be here. They need to overcome their fear, but treats kind of positive reinforcement for overcoming their fear anyway. Come on. I'll put it in my hand and try to let them get used to me. Come on. I already fed them a day earlier, just kind of threw it in so they know what this is about. They usually don't know what range cake is, so they get kind of stupid about eating it and stuff like that. Come on. I'm going to place it all the way up to my feet here. See? She got herself a little bit spooked. Some goodies for you. Can do it. Come on. As you see, I'll make a sound that keeps their attention. Keeps their curiosity perked. What's interesting is they get older, because I keep doing that, they actually will actually come run when I make that sound, because they connect it with treats. I'm leaning forward here. Okay. Past your comfort zone, that's alright. Now I'm throwing some. So I realize nothing bad happened, other than I invaded a little bit of their comfort zone, but they got treated for it, so it's kind of a positive thing for me to be near. Good job. There you go. Thought maybe a cow was sneaking up on me here outside the corral. There you go. Don't be scared of it, see? Cows usually are naturally curious. They're also very fearful. So, as you can see, another one's coming up to me here, kind of sniffing me, and then backed off. Good. There you go. And try to keep your jerky movements to a minimum. If I do jerky movements, I tend to jump. So try to think about being like water. Just fluid, steady movements. Okay? Okay. Very good. Usually I only like to feed them maybe a 2.5 gallon pail between all of them. Unless I get a few that are really focusing it, because this is pretty rich feed here, these treats. And I don't need to make them sick. It's alright. See it? Alright, here you go. Good job. I got one, I dropped a few at my feet. She's eating it by my feet. Yeah, they're getting something you're not. You can smell it. There you go. Uh-oh, that one stole from you. Can't snooze. There you go. Occasionally you'll get some that won't get what you're throwing, so they won't even eat it off the ground, because I don't know what this is yet. What I'll do sometimes is separate them and, you know, give them food and water, and throw this in with their food. Because at the bottom of the bag you get crumbs, so that's great for pouring on their food. So, as you see, I jerked my hand out of just talking like an idiot, and they got on high alert. Alright, one. Come on. There you go. Good hand. There you go. Threw some in their feeder. That's also a tricky way to get them to try it. It's in their food, and then they can't help but give her a try. They sniffed it. You know it's okay. There you go. You don't know what's being thrown yet, but you want to be part of the group, I see. Oh, the other one pushed her, scared her. It's okay. There you go. Nothing bad. Everything good. Now, not all cows will eat out of your hand. Some of them will actually kind of do the universal shake their head at you, no, like no, and they'll then kind of raise their head up and down toward the ground and kind of blow through their nose like, no, I want it on the ground. And, you know, I'm not going to force them to. I mean, they obviously come up to me, they're not afraid of me, they just don't want it out of my hand. And I always felt that maybe it was a cow pride thing, which is okay. Just preference, you see it. Just like how some of them like apples and some of them don't. And an apple tree used to feed them apples, and you know, one of them ate them, and then after they chewed us cut it, they just didn't like it. They'd come up to you and go, pfft. They'd actually make that sound too, where they just blow snot at you and go, nah. got close. Remember, you got treated last time. There you go. It's coming out of my hand. Oh, you scared yourself. You touched my hand, that scared you. There you go. After this, since they've been coming up to me so close, sometimes I'll sleep on it for a night and then have double the confidence tomorrow. I'm sure there's some sort of science behind that. I've always wondered if it's just the time it takes for the brain to kind of connect those neurons or something and get over that fear. I'm not sure. It's just been something that I've noticed over the years is, pay a little attention to them and then come back. Sometimes if I skip a day, because, they're all alone here, so, they're used to being with their mothers, so they're getting weaned off their mothers because they're getting too big. See? Good job. See how she timidly did? And what I did, so I don't know if you could see it on camera, is I used one of my fingers to kind of just push it in, my middle finger there. And it's kind of hidden where she can't see it. Was it so bad? Okay. There you go. Good job. Alright, you did it twice. But you just kind of let them do the thinking. Let them be curious. Try not to leave anybody out. I think I got just one of them right now out of the bunch here that doesn't eat cake yet. But real curious about it, so that's a good sign. If they're not curious is when it's hard to get them to try out something that, like I said, every cow I've ever given it 2 legs. There you go. Yep, that's the one behind him here. Wants to belong, doesn't get it. There you go. I seen you thinking about it. Are you curious? And here's the other thing why they like it out of your hand is, think about it. I'm throwing this stuff on the ground. They're getting dirt in their mouth. So now they're getting unadulterated, just clean stuff right out of my hand. Even if you put it in a feed buck, it's more preferred by your hand because think about it. Their noses are real wet. Their tongues are real slimy. So when they're licking it in their mouth out of the feed troughs, they're sliming up everything. And just like you and me, if we get slimy food, we don't tend to like it, especially if it's kind of crispy and dry. And there's another sneaky thing I'll do. I gave her 2. So on top of it, she's getting more per mouthful than if she were to try to get in a feeding trough. Oh, you got it down pat now, huh? That 2 was the key. I've fed them through the fence, but I notice they don't tame up as good either, so you have to get in with them where they physically see you. And once they get the confidence after I've been sitting down with them, I'll move to standing up, so then I'm towering over them, and I realize, they don't need to be scared of me. And they're real easy to work with. They actually become trainable when they're docile. See? There you go. Now the others are getting jealous and they're coming up, see? I got some to my left here that are starting to get real close. Now tomorrow, after she's eating like this, she'll probably get real pushy. She'll probably push all the other ones out of her way. That'll become a danger for me a little bit, so I gotta, be real aware of what's going on with the cows around her. And see if she's kind of throwing a tantrum, because that's exactly what it looks like. Like, hey, pay attention to me. This is the gravy train. Just Come on. Hey, can you do a big mouthful for everybody? There you go. about you? You thinking about it? No? Okay. Alright, you ran me out of cake there, little ones. See, when I stand, now they're intimidated. That's why after they get used to me, I gotta come through here and stand up and walk with them. I hope you enjoyed that. I just felt like sharing that with you. Everybody, what it's like when they're first in the corral.